If you have received a credit note from a supplier and you don't have any outstanding bills from them, they may also send you a refund in the form of a deposit into your bank account. This can be a tricky transaction to reconcile in QuickBooks Online, and today I'm going to show you how to create a supplier credit note and match it to a supplier refund. Let's start by creating the supplier credit note. On the left-hand menu, click New, and under Suppliers, click Supplier Credit Note. Alternatively, you can go straight into the supplier section on the left-hand menu and then click into the supplier to open up their account. And on the top right-hand side, click New Transaction, Supplier Credit. Check that the name is correct and the date of the payment matches the date on the invoice. For category, this for me is utilities, but pick the one that is applicable to your document. It's good to add a description, in which case I'll put credit note for overpayment. And the amount, let's go with £100, which will add 20% VAT to make it £120. If you have a copy of the bill, it's good to scan it and add it to this section so that you always have got a record of the full transaction in QuickBooks Online. And when you've done that, click Save and Close. When you look at the summary on the supplier account, you can see a minus 120, which means that we have overpaid by £120 and we are due a refund. When you have received the refund from the supplier and you have the transaction in your bank account, as you can see here, we have received £120 from Castle Water. We now want to create a transaction to match the overpayment in the supplier account with the payment that we have received into the bank account. To do this, you click the new menu, click Bank Deposit, select the bank account where the money has been received and the date the money was received. The person who has sent us the money is the supplier, which is Castle Water here. For account, you want to use creditors because you're wanting to match this transaction to an existing transaction already in the supplier account. Description, put refund. Payment method, you can pick the one that works for you, but this doesn't really affect the transaction. You can add a reference if you want to. Transactions to the creditor's account are not within the scope of VAT, so please change the top menu here to no VAT, and for the amount, simply enter £120 because that's how much we have received. Once you've done that, click Save and Close. When you go back to the supplier account, you will find that the deposit has been registered, but QuickBooks has not automatically matched it for us. Sometimes QuickBooks will automatically match them, but in this case, from the summary, you can see that it has not done that, and it's showing that there's £120 that is due. So in order to match these two transactions, click New Transaction, click a new expense, and it will open on the right-hand side. You have the two transactions, the deposit and the supplier credit note. You just need to add both of them into this payment. We've added one, and then we've got to tick the credit at the bottom so that the total of the transaction is nil because they cancel each other, and then click Save and Close. And once you've done that, you will find that the summary balance for the supplier is nil, meaning that you have successfully matched the supplier credit note to the refund received in the bank account. Thank you for watching.